Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
No, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Lowry to Leonard. Drives, but a shot won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Love. That pass taken away by Toronto. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Sexton. Screen coming. To Love. The screen sets him up for two.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Lowry with it. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. To Danny Green. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Sexton to Love. Kevin Love, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Here comes the screen. Cavs with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. Danny Green, they work it down to Gasol. Lowry, his first effort off the mark. To Love. Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Lowry into the front court. They trail by 2. To Leonard. Pascal Siakam. Lowry. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Sexton. Driving right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
I 100% guarantee you that was not the play call, but a bucket is a bucket.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Pascal Siakam to Danny Green. Takes stock of the floor. A lot of contact, no whistle.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Cedi Osman has got 2 shots coming. 56% for his career. And he connects on the first free throw.
Entering the game for the Raptors, number 17, Jeremy Lin.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Danny Green to Leonard. Gasol, good for 2. Great footwork once again.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
Pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're your jury, you're throwing everything at the wall and you're seeing what sticks. Because the goal is to win now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, but right now.
Clarkson. Doesn't get the bounce. Toronto with the basketball. Leonard. It's no good. Shots not going down. To Clarkson.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Tough make through traffic.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Lin with it. They trail by 1. To Gasol. Marc Gasol. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Old school equals high percentage.
Clarkson with the basketball. Down a point. Raptors come away with it. Good. Off a spin.
Nasty. You better remember his number and not let that happen again.
Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
For yourself before they're all gone.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jordan Clarkson trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Try, off the mark. Lin with it. Leads just a point. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Jeremy Lin. Clarkson with the basketball. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Taken by the Raptors. And he dunks it down for 2.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
To Love. Down to 5 on the 24. To Love. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Ball in possession of Cleveland. Here comes the screen. Going to launch beyond the arc. That misses with 3 seconds left. The quarter comes to an end. The Raptors in front. One quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Marc Gasol rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Lowry into the front court. Up 5. Down low for Leonard. That'll get out off the Raptors.
Man, my fault, man. My fault. It's on me.
Cavaliers with the basketball. Clarkson to low. Nothing going here on that drive. Clarkson. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. The Raptors able to clear the board. Leonard to Lowry. The drive right to the basket. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Clarkson with the basketball. They trail by 7. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. McCaw into the front court. He'll run the offense. Wide open look won't go.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts, at least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Clarkson with the basketball. His team down 9. Love. Brandon Knight picked up by Patrick McCaw. To Clarkson. 5 on the shot clock. 4-3. Jordan Clarkson hounded, shot off the mark. Lowry to Ibaka. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 of 4 now. Now a whistle, and Cleveland is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 41, Ante Žižić. Into the game for the Toronto Raptors. Number 43, Pascal Siakam.
Short jumper won't go down. And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Kawhi Leonard, couple of free throws on the way. A career 84% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Clarkson with the basketball. Down a dozen. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Lead is 12. A big finish at the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Clarkson gets it in the left corner to Love. Kevin Love, he's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Kawhi Leonard here against Knight. Nothing going here on that drive. To Leonard. Trying to cash in, just off the mark. To Clarkson. Here comes the screen. Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Lowry to Leonard. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Sexton. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Leonard. That's rebounded by the Cavaliers. Count the basket at the rim.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively, you can't make any shots, then you see the ball go in, boom, switch turned on.
Lowry. Here comes the screen. To Leonard. Lowry. Deep left corner. Shot by Ibaka won't go down. Cavs at the controls. Sexton. Nice pass to set things up. Slams it down. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Screen coming. Lowry matched up with Knight. Leonard buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Sexton to Love. No good and no foul. Lowry with it. It's a 9-point lead. To Ibaka. Has a chance. Serge Ibaka. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. To Love. Whoa! What a finish!
Number 0.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. The quarter comes to an end. The Raptors have the lead.
The Raptors will start the second half with a decent lead. It was their play. Fellas.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Sexton to Love. Here comes the screen. Kevin Love off the mark.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win the defensive battle.
Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Colin Sexton. To Love. Fires the three. Well defended, but Kevin Love still hits it from three.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Lynn to Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Able to convert inside.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Lynn with it. Up by 6. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Here's Leonard for 2. Can't connect. Knight into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Almost. Unlucky bounce. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. To Leonard. Pascal Siakam to Gasol. Down low. Goes to the right side. Lynn. Jeremy Lin. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. Sexton. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Leonard. Not that time. He missed it. Knight into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Lynn. Had a good look there, but it's...
Oh, met at the summit, Ed.
I was sure that was going to be a dunk, Jay. What control by the defender. Slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
The Cavs secure the rebound. Sexton to Love. From long range. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Here comes the screen. Leonard to Gasol. Can't connect from inside. Cleveland has the basketball. Raptors come away with it. Leonard. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 2.
Sexton to Love. Kevin Love. With that, he's 5 for 9. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Nominations can be submitted on our team website. Substitute
Leonard. To Gasol. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Sexton to Clarkson. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Jordan Clarkson at the line for 2 shots. He struggled so far. First one goes down.
It's like practice. Coming right back to you.
Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Lowry into the front court. Up 6. Scores from the post. Sexton to Clarkson for 3. Steps out and hits.
Consistency wins a game. Sometimes you have to double down. I'm sure that's what their coach told them to do in the locker room. Keep shooting your shot.
Lowry to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. And the rebound taken in by Clarkson. Ball in possession of Cleveland. Sexton. To Clarkson. 5 seconds to shoot. Here's a chance from long range. Jordan Clarkson. That was a difficult shot. Hits the 3.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Sexton to Clarkson. Deep 2 there, won't go. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Third quarter comes to an end. The Raptors in front. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. And that halftime lead, it was cut down in the 3rd.
And just because the numbers on the scoreboard say that you're winning doesn't mean that the feeling on the court implies that. This team is gaining momentum. If you don't do something to gain your momentum back, they're going to come back and win this game.
Shot clock winding down. Down the lane. The shot won't fall. To Colin Sexton. Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. Sexton to Clarkson. Osman's shot won't go.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Pascal Siakam to McCaw. Shot from the lane won't go. Lets it fly from long range. Not easy.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
McCall to Powell. The follow won't go either. On the follow, way to stay with it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Sexton. Here comes the screen. Oh, lots of contact there. Still gets it to go.
No excuse to not be a little bit more physical there on the defensive end. Needed that stop.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
The best basketball. And I know I'm saying this, and I shouldn't be saying it because I'm calling the broadcast, but as a player and a fan, you know you tune in to the fourth. This is where guys earn their paychecks. This is where you see real fight and real hustle.
Knight into the front court. His group now down 2. Nothing going here on that drive. Sexton. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Danny Green to Leonard. Has a look. Shot by Leonard won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. The pass set it all up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Lowry into the front court. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Danny Green to Leonard. Missed a wide open look. Cavaliers with the basketball. Love to Colin Sexton. Surveys the floor. Sexton. Cleared by Ibaka. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Leonard to Lowry. The rebound taken in by Cleveland. To Colin Sexton. It's good. Not necessarily his comfort zone. They dared him. He scores.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the Cavaliers.
Leonard to Lowry. To shoot for Toronto. To Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. Cleans the offensive glass. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Screen coming. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Not that time. Ibaka to Lowry. 3 for 6 now.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Sexton. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus All. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Entering the game for Cleveland, number 0, Kevin Love.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
From a guy who's been there before, tomorrow morning you'll wake up and you would have wished this was a bad dream. But in reality, all you can do is knock the cobwebs off and let it fuel you for tomorrow.
To Lowry. Trying to cash in. Their shot by Lowry misses. Sexton to Love. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Runner here won't go down. A 3 for the win. Time expires. This game is all tied up. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Overtime begins, and away we go. Leonard to Gasol. Danny Green to Lowry. 5 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
The screen sets him up for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Toronto has the basketball. Leonard to Danny Green. Fires the 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. To Love. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. To Lowry. Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Nothing going here on that drive. Deep right corner. Kawhi blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Time to shuffle things up. Sexton lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Knight into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Nothing going here on that drive. Pascal Siakam tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. To Leonard. Probing the defense. Kawhi Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Sexton to Love. Here comes the screen. Love to Colin Sexton. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Leonard. Pascal Siakam, they'll get it down to Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Cavs at the controls. Love to Colin Sexton. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Sexton. Deep left corner. To Love. 4-3. Well defended, but Kevin Love still hits it from 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Kawhi Leonard, guarded by Brandon Knight. To Lowry. Leonard to Lynn. Lowry.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Kyle Lowry is going to get a chance at 3 here. For his career, 80% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Second of 3, off the mark.
Come on, man. One shot, baby. You got it.
To Love. Nothing going here on that drive. To Love. Layup goes down. Well done.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Here's Leonard for 2. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Cavs gonna signal for timeout. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First free throw is good.
Good shot, good shot. You know what time it is.
Two for 2 on that trip. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. Let's see what they come up with. Down a point here in the final minute. Corner 3 at the buzzer. The Cavs are victorious as they win it by a point in overtime. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew,
This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.
We come to you north of the border from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the 4th largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the 6.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Screen coming. Leonard. To Lowry. Leonard. His first effort off the mark. Ball's controlled by Boston. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Baseline drive. From the outside, no good. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Pascal Siakam has got 2 shots coming. His career mark right now sits at 63%. First try, no good. Missed the second, 0 for 2. Into the front court, it's Irving. Leads 3. Nothing going here on that drive. To Irving. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. It's good. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion. And it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance. And in their mind, they do. But in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Leonard. That no good. Off the mark. To Marcus Smart. To Irving. Kyle Lowry able to recover with the block. And the 2 for Al Horford getting to the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Danny Green to Lowry. Danny Green to Lowry. Fires the 3. Cleans it up. Irving into the front court. His team up by 7. It's rebounded by Gasol. Leonard to Lowry. Strong finish at the rim for Marc Gasol.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Irving with the basketball. Up 5. Here comes the screen. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. And stuffs it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Boston with the basketball. Irving to Horford. There it is, Al Horford. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And the nice finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 of 4 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Screen coming. Irving has a look. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Irving. Trying to cash in. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. To Lowry. And counted at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Celtics have it. To Hayward.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Surveys the floor. Kyrie Irving for 2. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots, but the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Substitutions, Boston.
McCall. Lowry to McCaw. 5 to shoot for Toronto. For 3. Off the mark. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To Rozier. Here comes the screen. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good. At the buzzer. He got it out well before the red light came on. And that extends the lead at the end of the first quarter. 1 quarter down. Neither side really distinguished itself. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
To Jeremy Lin. To shoot. Lets it fly from long range. Jeremy Lin forcing that one there. Well defended. Rozier into the front court. Up by 3. To Marcus Morris. Screen coming. Nice pass to get things going.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Powell. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Free throw try, off the mark. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Tatum. Can't connect. Toronto has the basketball. Lynn to Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. Kyrie across the timeline. He'll run the offense.
Screen coming right, screen coming right.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Lynn to Leonard. They work it down to Gasol. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Irving brings the ball up court. To Marcus Morris. Probing the defense. To Marcus Morris. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway. 4-2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Leonard to Lynn. Leonard to Gasol. Down low. Can't connect from inside. Kyrie Irving. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Celtics have it. To Irving. Sizing up the defense. Irving. Knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. To Irving. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%. Toronto with the basketball.
I got ball. It's all me.
Here comes the screen. Lowry to Gasol. And look out.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 7, Kyle.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Lead stands at 7. Has a chance. Kyrie with a shot, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Lowry to Gasol. Shot from the lane won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Leonard to Powell. Down low Gasol. Scores from the post.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marcus Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why you can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Marc Gasol. With that, he's 5 for 9.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you, they even throw their bodies into you, and as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Kyle Lowry with a piece. That's out. Last touch by Norman Powell. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Offensive board. Another shot stays out.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
No good. No daylight. Great defense. That's it for the first half. The Celtics have the lead.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action. Come on here, come on.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Probing the defense to Gasol. Here's a chance from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down.
Screen on your right. On your right. Ooh, clear out. I got you.
Kyrie. Wide open look, won't go.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
To Irving. Here comes the screen. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. The margin standing now at 7. Danny Green to Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Danny Green. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Irving. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down off the step back.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. takes stock of the floor. Lowry. And he buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Irving into the front court. Up 6 to Horford. To Marcus Smart. Boston with 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc for 3. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Leonard to Lowry. 4-3. Not going down here. To Marcus Smart. No good. Leonard to Lowry. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Curling inside. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Now 4 for 9.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Add 2 points to the board.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
That's me.
Ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. The drive, right to the basket. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Marcus Morris. You've got to get that one to go. Lowry into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Timeout Boston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Our thanks go to those who have already participated in this community event.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
No, no, no. I'll tell you. The team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Marcus Morris. Raptors have the rebound. Lowry into the front court. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Lowry with a shot that's no good. And count the basket inside.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Lynn to Lowry. From the outside, no good. Brown with it up top. Leads 4. Here comes the screen. Deep right corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a look. Tatum's shot misses.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Short jumper misses.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Tatum. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Lowry. Celtics able to clear the board. Shot misses there by Smart. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Rozier with it. Leads 5. Hayward. Almost unlucky bounce.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Another follow, still no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Up 5. To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Short jumper stays out. Lowry with it. The deficit now up to 5. Nothing going here on that drive. Pascal Siakam to McCaw. Here comes the screen. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Well defended, but Patrick McCaw with the 3.
Well, I like what you're doing right now. It looks like you're running some DHOs into PNRs. That's dribble handoffs into pick and rolls. You keep running that action, you're constantly going to keep the defense guessing.
To Hayward. Driving right to the basket. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Stepping in for Toronto, number 14, Danny Green.
Irving with the basketball. They lead it. 4-point game. Here comes the screen. To Irving. Shot from in close, no good. To Ibaka. Goes to the left side. Baseline drive. And draws the foul.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Patrick McCaw, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. First try at the line, no good.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Stepping in for Boston, number 13.
Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Horford. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one goes down.
See if you're working on your game.
Goes 2 for 2.
Oh, good shot, boy.
To Ibaka. They'll get it down to Leonard. Able to convert inside.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. The screen sets him up for 2.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
I got ball. I'm here. I got ball.
Leonard to Danny Green. They work it down to Gasol. Can't connect from in close. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Marcus Smart. Irving gets it in the left corner. To Irving. From long range and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
You got the screen right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Ibaka. Leonard. He was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
McCaw into the front court. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. It's rebounded by the Celtics. To Irving. There it is, Al Horford. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 17, Jeremy.
Leonard to Danny Green. To Gasol, down low. And Boston has the rebound. Kyrie across the timeline. Lead stands at 10.
Green, get over.
Boston with 4 to shoot. 24-second violation. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 7, Kyle Lowry. And number 43, Pascal Siakam.
Here's Leonard for 2. A fundamental shot right there.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter.
To Marcus Morris. Fires the 3. Gasol with the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Margins 8.
Here we go.
Kawhi Leonard. He's looking for that touch.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Kyrie with the rock. to Marcus Smart.
Right.
Baseline drive. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Cashes in for two.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His team on top by 8. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they get a good win on the road. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Celtics put one in the win column with a solid performance. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. Capital One Arena in our nation's capital. Tonight, the Washington Wizards getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors begin the game with the basketball.
Mismatch.
Lowry to Leonard. Driving right to the basket. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. A three-point play right at the start, and it's 3-0. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard sizing up Bryant. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Has a look. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Beal. No good. Short jumper off the mark. Beal. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Lowry has the basketball. To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper is wet, too.
Missed a wide open look.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Beal. Here comes the screen. To Beal. Fight to shoot for Washington. Trying to cash in. Doesn't get the bounce. Lowry with it. Up 5. Bobby Portis. Huge block.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Beal. Shot from the lane won't go. Baseline drive. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Kawhi Leonard. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Bradley Beal. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Danny Green. Surveys the floor. Lowry to Leonard. Off the pro hop. Strong footwork.
Old school equals high percentage.
Beal. Down to 5 on the 24. And the slam.
As a defender with inferior athletic ability, there's really not a lot you can do when you're outside the restricted area and you're caught lost in space.
Lowry into the front court. Up by 3. Danny Green, guarded by Beal. To Leonard. Has a chance. Leonard shot won't go down.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Beal. Bradley Beal. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, Washington. 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Leonard to Powell. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Team foul number 2. That's the
Serge Ibaka at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 76% from the line. First one, counted. And gets both to drop at the line. Washington basketball. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Parker to Beal. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Has a look. Gets a shot up, off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
To Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. To Parker. Nice pass to set things up.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
The drive, right to the basket. A shot at the buzzer. And he can't connect there. Shot no good. Horn sounds, ending the first quarter of play. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Jabari Parker. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Leonard to Powell. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Trevor Ariza. It's Beal with the rebound. Parker with it. Down 3. To Beal. Curling inside. Ariza to the basket, but he can't get it to go. Lynn with it. Minute gone by in the second quarter. To Powell. Ibaka. Lynn. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Yamahimi tips it. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Beal. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Jabari Parker. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Subbing in for Washington, number 31.
To McCaw. Leonard. To McCaw. Had a chance, but it's no good.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here we go. Here we go.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Here comes the screen.
Screen coming your way. Screen coming your way.
Leonard to Ibaka. Serge Ibaka. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Serge Ibaka has such a good jump shot for somebody 6'10", but every time I hear his name, I just can't help but think about what would have been in OKC.
From long range. Can't connect. McCaw into the front court. Leads 5. To Leonard. Short jumper misses. To Parker. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Save 10% on all merchandise when you purchase real.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kyle Lowry at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Oh, he can't connect. Wizards with the basketball. To Beal.
Hey, you got the screen right. Screen right. Screen right.
Probing the defense. Takes stock of the floor. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Just not going down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Here comes the screen. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
That boy's living his best life.
Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Down low Gasol. From the painted area, won't go down.
I got ball. I got ball.
To Beal. Shot clock winding down to Beal. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
I got to be real here. I think he was the only one expecting to shoot that shot. The crowd, the coaching staff, every other player on the court, and myself, all of our mouths are left wide open right now.
Here comes the screen.
Screen left.
Leonard to Lowry. Shot from in close, no good. To Beal.
To number 32, Jeff Green.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 12,
to Leonard. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
It's Washington with the basketball. Beal to Parker. Fires the three, and the rebound taken by Gasol. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. They lead it, 4-point game. Parker into the front court, looking to make something happen. To Beal. Trying to cash in. Cleared by Ibaka. Lowry with it. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. To Leonard. Able to convert inside.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Here comes the screen. Corner three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Raptors have the lead.
The Raptors will start the second half with a decent lead. And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us. And see you again after the game.
Wizards have it.
Match up.
To Beal. Probing the defense. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Screen coming. To Beal. Here's a chance from long range. No, Bradley Beal. Not much more the defense could have done. Hits a contested three.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Screen coming. Lowry to Leonard. Lets it fly from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. To Beal. Here comes the screen. Driving right to the basket. Count it.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Gasol. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
Wizards at the controls. To Beal. Sizing up the defense. Beal. Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
And he dunks it down for two. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Oh, they call the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Beal. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Lowry into the front court. Lead stands at 7. done. Kyle Lowry. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
To Beal. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Lowry sizing up Bryant. To Gasol. The pass set it all up.
This is basketball one-on-one. Play inside out. Give the big man the ball, and the rest of the court will open up. That was an easy lay.
Shot no good there by Portis.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jumper's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Beal. Has a look. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
2 minutes left in the third.
To Beal. Here comes the screen. Beal. Five to shoot for Washington. To Beal. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Bradley Beal, all muscle memory, puts it to good use there.
And your big is the one making that happen. Every time he's involved in a PNR, he's slipping it, forcing that guy from the weak side to come down and help. Quick skip passes equal 3s in the bank.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions, Washington.
Lynn to Leonard. Lynn won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
To Parker. Whistle blows. Oh, his back was to the basket. 5-second count. It's going the other way. Lynn.
1 minute remaining in the third.
To Leonard. Serge Ibaka slams it down. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Washington basketball.
Here we go. I got him.
To Parker. Here comes the screen. Parker. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lynn with it. They can get it 2 for 1 if they hurry. Screen coming. Lynn, straight on look. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Rebound owned by Washington. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. It's been all Raptors. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
To Ibaka. Another chance. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Serge Ibaka, couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. First one goes down. And he makes them both. Wizards with the basketball. Beal. Deep left corner. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. To Beal. For 3. and he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
Bradley Beal is going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 79% at the line. Knocks down the first. Missed the middle one. One more coming. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Beal.
Screen come on your left.
To Ibaka. Rebound taken by Portis. To Beal. Knocked loose. Taken by the Raptors.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
To Jeremy Lin. Here comes the screen. Lin up against Beal. Has a chance. Jeremy Lin not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
Knocked loose. Oh, emphatic slam.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Beal to Parker. Beal. Goes to the left side. Beal. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. To Beal. Shot no good there by Portis. Lin with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Leonard to Lin. Fires the three. Off the mark. The follow won't go either. To Beal. Able to convert inside. To Jeremy Lin. Leonard to Gasol. Ibaka to Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. That no good. Off the mark.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beal to Parker. Jabari Parker looking good. 4 for 5.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Tickets before the end of today's game, and you'll receive an
Leonard to Gasol, down low. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither.
All right.
The assist from number 7, Kyle Lowry.
It's Washington with the basketball.
Here we go. Here we go.
To Beal. Screen coming. Shot no good there by Portis.
Good boy, baby. Good boy. Good boy.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Turns and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Beal. Shot from the lane won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Here comes the screen. Leonard gets it in the right corner. Lowry buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Here comes the screen. Beal. A big finish at the rim.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
Ibaka to Leonard. Rebound taken by Portis. Flushes it home.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. 4-3. No good. To Beal.
Trevor Ariza.
Hey, big screen right there. Big screen.
And he hits.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left hand. Force him to go right and know that the chances are higher of him trying to drive and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Leonard for 2. That's the nice follow-up on the dunk there. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put together a nice win here today. They did. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
We come to you north of the border from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the 4th largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the 6.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Lowry to Leonard. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Runner here won't go down. Leonard to Lowry. Count the bucket for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Charlotte basketball. Walker. To Miles Bridges. Down low to Williams. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Leonard to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Miles Bridges to Kemba Walker. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Kyle Lowry at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Missed the foul shot. That ball's out of bounds off the Hornets. Lowry, his first effort off the mark. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Okay, I saw a little bit of a handle there, but let's see if that confidence is still there down the stretch.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Into the front court, it's Walker. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. To Walker. Has a look. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Lead is 2. And he scores. Jay, he may have taken a big step that time, but they'll count the bucket.
It's not a travel, Ed. You're allowed 2 steps after you pick up the ball. Now, these steps may be more east and west instead of north and south, but this is the new game that these young kids are playing.
Jay, they're so athletic. I would imagine it varies from official to official.
Or it varies from great player to great player.
Here comes the screen. Fires the 3. Contested shot. Miles Bridges off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Hornets at the controls of this one. Walker. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Going to launch beyond the arc. Man, that was a tough shot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Lowry into the front court. Up by 3. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now 4 for 6.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Walker. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kemba Walker trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he finishes off the 3-point play. They're back within a bucket. Toronto with the basketball.
2 minutes remaining in the first quarter.
Probing the defense. Lynn to Leonard. He's looking for an opening. The shot, almost.
And as a shooter, this is when you start to second-guess your shot. You've had 3 wide-open shots that you just can't put through the net, but still, keep hunting your shot.
Lynn with it. It's 14-12. Pascal Siakam to Ibaka. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Walker to Nick Batum. Walker to Batum. Not that time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Ibaka. Leonard. Here comes the screen. For 3, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Here comes the screen. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. Short jumper off the mark.
You see, he has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
The quarter comes to an end. The Raptors have the lead. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Short jumper stays out. McCaw into the front court. Leads 5. To Leonard. The drive, right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Walker. Here comes the screen. Raptors come away with it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Bismack Biyombo at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. 56% for his career. Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lynn to Leonard. Beyond the arc for 3. Textbook defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Leonard to Lynn. Nothing going here on that drive. Kawhi Leonard. Not that time. Batum. Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Hornets have the basketball. To Nick Batum. Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal as the Raptors have it. Pascal Siakam, strong finish.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Nick Batum at the line for 2 shots. A career 83% free throw shooter. Nope, first one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Lowry. Can't miss those. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Now the Hornets take the timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Time to shuffle things up.
Number 2, Martin Williams.
Parker. The jumper's off the mark. The follow won't go either. To Lowry. Good look that time, but off the mark. Miles Bridges to Parker. the basket at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Leonard. Gets a shot up off the mark.
Show me something better than that, baby. It's game time.
To Miles Bridges. Oh, had him going there for a second. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go. To Leonard.
Hit. Watch got it. Shot up.
Pascal Siakam to Gasol. Marvin Williams with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Hornets right now in possession. To Parker. Short jumper won't go down.
Look in the post. Come on, here.
Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good. Parker with it. His team down 9. To Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges slams it down. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Lowry to Leonard. Missed a wide open look. Walker into the front court. They trail by 7. To Miles Bridges.
Screen coming left. Screen coming. Hey, back door. Watch that back door.
Deep 2 there. Won't go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Here comes the screen.
Big kick right there.
Lowry to Gasol. Flushes it home.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The assist.
Charlotte with the basketball.
Kyle Lowry.
Walker
Too slow. Give me the rock.
from long range. Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Lowry to Gasol. Doesn't get the bounce. Walker with the basketball. 4 points the differential as we come up on halftime. Here comes the screen.
You're right.
To Kemba Walker. Driving right to the basket. Oh, he had it. Another follow. Stays out. That misses with a second to go. Time expires to end the first half. The Raptors in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Raptors have the lead, but not by much. They decided to make a statement in the opening half. And back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His guys trail now by 4. Here comes the screen. To Miles Bridges.
Hey, left.
The Hornets with 4 to shoot. Miles Bridges lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good, off the mark. Lynn with it. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Down low for Leonard. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Charlotte basketball. Probing the defense. Walker. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Danny Green to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Gets a look. Can't hit. Into the front court, it's Walker. The deficit is 6. Biombo rocking the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Over to the right side. Ibaka to Leonard. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
I got ball.
Leonard to Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Leonard goes to the right side. To Leonard. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Hornets at the controls of this one. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from the lane won't go. Danny Green to Jeremy Lin. Ibaka. No good. To Miles Bridges. Taken by the Raptors. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Walker into the front court. Now down 6. Nothing going here on that drive. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Lowry to Leonard. To Lowry. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Batum. Nikola Batum. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Leonard. Hornets have the rebound. Parker into the front court. Down 4.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Deep left corner. Trying to cash in. And a putback slam.
And that's what he does. I love players like this. We don't need to draw any plays for you to go out and get yours.
Toronto has the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. Gasol gets it in the left corner. To Leonard. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Here comes the screen. Batum. The Hornets with 4 to shoot. Has a look. You talk about forcing things up. Too much pressure that time. To Lowry. Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Pulled in by Biyombo. To Nick Batum. Here comes the screen. Batum. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down. The Raptors have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the 4th. We thought based on this matchup, this could be a one-sided affair. But oh, Jay, this has been a tight contest.
Yeah, they got the lead, but they've really had to work for it. And sometimes when you think you're going to have an off night and win the game by 20, that's when you find yourself in this league in those dogfights.
Hornets have the basketball. To Batum. Knocked loose. Raptors come away with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
Ah, the monster stuff.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
To Nick Batum. Goes to the left side. And he buries it.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Screen coming. Leonard to McCaw. They'll get it down to Leonard. No, I missed a short one there.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
To Powell. A lot of contact, no whistle.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high off the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
Pascal Siakam gets it in the right corner. To McCaw. Has a chance. That's no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
New blood coming in for both sides. Leonard to Powell. And a nice finish at the rim.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
To Miles Bridges. Fires the three. Can't connect. Lowry with it. Up by 3. Well done, Kyle Lowry. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
To Miles Bridges. Layup goes down. Well done.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Leonard. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Hey, check up, let's go.
To Miles Bridges. Batum. Screen coming. Shot clock winding down. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
You're going to see the best players make in-game adjustments on the fly. The intellect of some of these superstars is off the charts. Your ability to adapt and move forward as quickly as possible in the most efficient manner will determine whether you win this game or not.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 15, Kemba Walker. Into the game.
To Ibaka.
Number 33, Mark Gasol.
Short jumper won't fall. To Walker. Mark Gasol with a piece.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Can't defend it any better. Kemba Walker misses.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leonard. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. To Kemba Walker. Shot clock to 4 for Charlotte. Lets it fly from long range. The Raptors able to clear the board. Toronto with the basketball. To Leonard. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. From the painted area, won't go down. And he draws contact. 2 shots coming up for the Spaniard, the All-Star, Marc Gasol.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Walker with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Here comes the screen. Walker. Here's a chance from long range. Look out, Kemba hitting the tough shots here.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Misses the first. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Now whistle, and Charlotte is going to use a timeout. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 more. Walker. Short jumper off the mark. And they'll get the intentional foul. So 2 free throws coming up, and you figure 1 out of 2 could be enough to seal the deal.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. Now a timeout coming here from the Hornets coach. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Deep three at the buzzer. It's the Raptors with the victory as they take care of business at home. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.